think people in Singapore generally feel that there's this backlash that might occur if they bring up controversial opinions to the government.
Can the government relax more for the Singaporeans to participate in the nation building?
Getting Singaporean voices heard in government was one of the key issues brought up during a dialogue session chaired by Senior Minister Goh Chok Tong on Saturday. Speaking in response to the questions, SM Goh assured Singaporeans that the government welcomes all kinds of feedback and all views, including controversial opinions, are valued.
You disagree with certain views, you express them in temperate language. It's not a problem. But very often people express things in very vicious language. That's not acceptable. So the way forward will be, we should do less as a government, you do more for yourself, which means you exercise responsibility, you self-censor yourself. But in terms of raising controversial issues, don't have to worry. Apart from religion and race and language, which will be very emotive, I think other issues, you can raise them, even though they're controversial. It's not a problem. Like immigration, they're a little controversial. I think we welcome that, because it is your point of view.
SM Goh said one worrying trend is that Singaporeans are becoming too dependent on the government, and more needs to be done to make Singaporeans more self-reliant. He highlighted an example from the Orchard Road floods that happened last year.
Latest tragic events in Japan, with the tsunami. People killed, trains washed away, You look at the picture, it's horrific. And then put into context of floods in Singapore against the kind of disaster. We have floods. I'm not saying we should not do anything about the floods, but the amount of noise we made with just a sporadic floods, compared to the Japanese. I saw them on TV. The Japanese, such a disaster, but very stoic looking. You didn't see them crying, no panicking, but this has happened. Let's recover, let's get on. So that's the kind of spirit you want to have.
About 200 REACH contributors took part in a forum hosted by Senior Minister Goh Chok Tong today. The issues discussed range from problem gambling to foreign workers in Singapore. Another concern raised at the forum was whether the two casinos would create social problems in Singapore.
Imposing a $100 levy. The intention is that $100 might be a deterrence to our own people to stop them from going to the casinos. But statistics have shown that the levy has not proved effective.
What if, while we create 30,000 jobs, at the same time we would bring about maybe 30,000 families or more that's at risk of this being dysfunctional, brought about by problem gambling and so on.
The $100 will not deter an addict. To an addict, this is nothing. So let's not mistake the $100 as the cure-all for someone who's addicted. We are monitoring the profile and the usage patterns of people who are going to the casinos. And once we identify certain groups or certain risk factors, we will then take necessary action.
Other topics discussed include providing affordable housing for the elderly and foreign competition in Singapore. The REACH Forum is an annual event for citizens to air their views and give suggestions on government policies and national issues. For more on the dialogue, watch the following clips.